See, I hate to say it, but it is growing on me, that tune.
I like it.
Do you?
I think, look at their spirit. They seem. I think it could be number one.
Yeah.
Welsh choirs, you see,
It's
they have
all at
got
Christmas.
something.
Yeah, like male voice choirs and Salvation Army bands at Christmas. You know, with the old brass going. I do like a bit of that. It brings tears to my eyes.
Oh.
I thought you were bar humbug. I changed my view of you.
I was walking past the pub last night on the way home and they were playing Do They Know It's Christmas? I reckon this could be the next one. If we want to be listening to it and singing along.
I'm just surprised that the deputy editor of the Express has got a soft inner heart for Michael. There you go.
Well, new generation, me.
I just thought you were cynical all the way. That's what it is.
my goodness.
Brass band, tears. There's nothing.
Anyway, Michael, as you can see, and Kate taking us through the papers this morning. Michael, to the Mirror. Looking, I mean, we're going to get a judgment today, aren't we, on this young boy, Neil Roberts, whose mother has stopped radiotherapy treatment for him.
Well, she's saying, I'm not bonkers, I just want the best for my son. And there's a lot has been made of the fact that, you know, she's clearly alternative lifestyle. She took him away the other day. She tried to get him some treatment in an oxygen chamber. But unless you're in that position yourself, you don't know how you're going to react, do you? I mean, she said that she's been told that radiotherapy will irreparably harm him. She's happy for him to go through chemotherapy. She says that he's a great lad, he's a great artist with a great sense of humour. If you think that your son is going to be changed forever by something, then it must be the worst position to be in at all. And for then it to be left in the hands of another human being, a judge, to make that decision for you, it's unimaginable. And as a parent, you just can't think how I would react myself.
Well, you've got to bear in mind that his father is of the other view.
Yeah, exactly. But again, he's in an impossible situation himself. There's no one right, no one wrong in this. It's just a horrible position to be in.
And the judge is saying, isn't it, it's every parent's nightmare. And I mean, this is the case really. I mean, this woman, she said, she doesn't have a mobile phone, so they can't contact her in case it gets near him. And I think there was some talk that some doctor had said to it would fry his brain, and that frightened her off and made her terrified. So, but I guess, the judge is going to have to make the decision, and that everyone's going to have to abide by it.
Well, perhaps it's not a bad thing, actually, that someone impartial is going to sit back and actually make a decision on the evidence.
To have that decision taken away from you as a parent, I know it would be, I'd hate it.
Kate, to the Independent.
Yes, the police commissioners.
Oh.
Absolutely, yes. We had the elections, slight fiasco of our elections, and the Independent here is saying that private firms are launching a major lobbying campaign of these powerful new people because they have all this money and they've got security and technology and outsourcing companies will be all over them like a rash. So these people have got huge power over budgets, huge power over police money, and they're pretty appealing for the lobbying in the private industry. And it's just saying, it's quite a difficult question. They had a difficult start. One chief constable has already quit, and more than a quarter of commissioners are looking for new chief constables. So that is a job that we're going to see a lot of adverts in the 2013 newspapers.
When they're being
for new
lobbied,
chief
though, it raises a question, doesn't it? Because obviously, if you're going to lobby police authorities, where you've got a whole group of people, it's much harder to persuade them than if you're just lobbying a single person.
Exactly. So in the old days, obviously 17 people, you can't get them all together to go, and this, you take one man out or one woman out, wine and dine, I mean, this is the thing. Do they have to declare it? Do they get, do they get flights to Paris? What do they get?
Tell you what, we're all feeling a lot safer that they're there, though, aren't we?
Oh. Stay with us. Lots more to come in just a moment, including more on Gary Barlow, who's voting him off. Dear me. And you can find out how much cheaper Christmas is in Chesterfield than it is in Chelsea. Looking through the papers with Michael and Kate. To the Express, Kate. It's going to be too cold for grit to work.
Too cold. A lot of the papers are covering that this morning, that we've got this Siberian blast on the way, the Siberian beast, and apparently our temperatures are going to plunge to minus 16 degrees centigrade. I mean, amazing, because it's been about kind of 3 or 4 this week, has it? Something like that. And it's been cold enough for me this week, so minus 16, I'm not going out. And it's so cold that the grit we have is not up to the job, so we can't even go out on our roads.
Critical mass at minus 10, apparently that's where it starts not
it
to
is?
work.
So
apparently minus 10, yeah,
Grit
I think
gives up at
it was
-10.
last year, around about this time, the same thing happened again, so,
But what's the
Siberian
alternative,
winds.
though? If the grit's not going to work, what What
Stay
is
in.
our alternative?
There
is
the
that.
internet.
Well, once it's -10, I mean, I think your body shuts down pretty much at that point, doesn't it? So don't go out.
Dress up as a
Just be
mole.
careful, really, isn't it? And, carry huge bags of salt with you at all
But,
times.
but according to this, 6 inches of snowfall is coming, and it could push. I mean, this is what the Express is saying. It could push temperatures to as low as -30.
30.
Well, the Met Office ended up apologising last week when there was all the chaos, didn't they? Because they didn't realise it was coming. But I think
-30
someone
is
else
like
told you
Canada.
first.
Yeah, well, you got the story, Michael. We know where to go.
Are you predicting whether it's going to be a white Christmas as yet, or
Well,
is it too soon?
I think the odds have come down on that. But not you. We're not.
Not yet.
We're not saying yet.
We're not betting.
We're going to declare soon. You'll see the white smoke soon.
I've been in -30. And we'd know about it if it was -30. It hurts to breathe in -30.
Yeah, it's like
Really
Canada.
bizarre. A bit of... Oh, Kate, this is another one for you. I'm very confused. A bit of chocolate guilt.
Yes, this story, apparently, we always think we feel bad about eating. It's not about women, but in general, we always think we feel bad about eating.
I do. I have real
But
guilt over
the
food.
guilt is what we love. We love the guilt more than the thing. So guilt heightens our enjoyment of sweet treats rather than detracting from it. It's this research they've done in Chicago
rubbish.
saying that
I don't
women
know.
in particular,
Nonsense.
but people love that thing of
you like
doing
to feel
something
naughty.
naughty.
No,
Yeah.
don't. Just the guilt,
It's
it
not
just makes you
allowed.
feel bad. It doesn't. I don't get any
Not
pleasure
while
out
you're
of
eating
guilt.
it. I don't feel
You
bad while I'm
never eat
eating
chocolate
it.
anyway because you're a health nut.
I do. Sometimes I succumb to it and then I gorge, and it's terrible. There's no pleasure in it for me.
And then your Toblerone tears afterwards.
I did have some of those mini Toblerone things, and they're very nice, but the whole packet just disappeared. It's very
you
bad.
Can't, this is it. I agree. You can't have one and stop.
No,
you know,
you've got
because
to
they're
finish
there.
it.
You've got to finish it. But it's saying here that if we take the guilt out of it, people might not think it's so good, and that's what we think. We should drinking and smoking the same. So we've got to be less guilty about it, and then we won't want to do it. So it's an interesting thought process there.
It is an interesting thought process. I think personally it's absolute codswallop. There you go. Anyway, to the Daily Star, Michael.
Yes.
A human ladder.
Oh, this is a great idea to save money, I think, for all ambulance and fire services. Employ really tall people. This is a 6'8" ambulance man, Lincoln Dodd. He's been named Paramedic of the Year because he saved a pair from an upstairs bedroom. He basically stuck his arms up, they climbed down him, and they were saved. And he's won this fantastic award. And I think it's sensible for the fire service and the and paramedics to now just get really big people
And
in,
he's
save on
6'8",
ladders.
isn't he?
6'8". Look at
6'8"
him there.
and 21 stone. I mean, so I'm out of a job because I'm so small. But this is it. We could just, jump up and get. It's like Inspector Gadget. We could have like bouncy.
There
feet
are
or something.
disadvantages though. When he was younger, he knocked himself out going through a door.
Yes,
And,
he does say cottages,
Cottages
are my enemies.
are my enemy. But,
Well done,
paramedic
Lincoln.
of the year, so
Yeah, well,
human
do you know
ladder.
what? Good on him. Any
bravery.
good story about the emergency services, hats off to all of you, that's what I say. Now, Gary Barlow, he's been described in the papers this morning, Kate, as a national treasure.
Yes.
I'm not convinced by that.
You're not convinced.
No.
He's not your cup of tea.
No.
Not
Well,
really.
do you know what? This nasty thing he's doing on the X Factor,
Yes.
I think just doesn't work.
Well, this is a very interesting story here from the Times. It is saying that the X Factor is losing the battle to Strictly. We're all watching Strictly. No one is watching the X Factor. They are 2 million down on viewers from last year and the worst viewing figures since 2006. And Simon Cowell is being a bit low-key, but really he blames Gary Barlow for the failure. He wants to see the back of Gary Barlow as head judge.
Well, he would do because Gary Barlow sat in a seat which was
Which
used,
once upon
to be
his.
sat in by Simon Cowell. So, I
Mind
think
you,
it's all good theatre.
Simon's still the boss.
Yeah.
Simon is still
So-
the boss.
I
Wants
thought
to get rid of
Nicole
him.
was head honcho now because hadn't she swapped seats with Gary? So I thought he'd been demoted. I thought it was
Well,
no longer
I
head
think
judge.
he's
He's
still
already
the
on the
elder
way down.
statesman on there.
He's already on the way.
But she's the best one on it, to be fair.
But it's saying here
And
that
smoking hot as well.
Well, there you go. I knew there was a reason for that. Anyway, look, we've got Christmas is heading our way very soon. We all need to head north, Michael.
Yeah, apparently a survey's been
anyway.
done. Well, I might get up there at New Year, but families in the south apparently pay more to enjoy Christmas than those in the north. Bit of a survey. They've taken various places in the north against various places in the south. Hull and Sheffield in particular on here. For things like pantomime tickets in Hull and Sheffield, £23, whereas in Hammersmith and Kensington in London, it's £35. So that's 52% difference. 38% difference is on the price of a DVD at Christmas at various shops, and wine's 12%. So go north and have a better
Well, we
time
all
and
knew
a
it.
cheaper time.
Northern counties are the best. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's official. Lovely. We'll see you within an hour.
thank you.
Let's go check on the weather for you.